Crypto blood. What's going on, people? We're gonna get started here in a second. I'm trying something new. I've been wanting to do this actually because I've been trading FX for like 13 years. So this is how I really got my start in trading. It's not as exciting anymore because I've developed my own algorithms that trade, and I just kind of, shadow trade my algos. But back in the day, boy, it was crazy. I'm gonna have you guys. I have a number that you can call in actually too. So I'll put that up in a second. What's going on, MDH? Dolphin 134.
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay. What's good, people? Welcome to, I don't even know what to call this. Oh, I'm calling it My Two Pips. That's right. That's what I'm calling it. I'm so used to saying My Two Satoshis. Let me see if I can get this chat room up here. All right, there we go. Ryan R. What's good, people? Yeah, I got the bass kicking. Gotta have the bass kicking. Definitely gotta have the bass kicking. So look, let me get this chart up for you. This is all new. Like I said, I used to trade what they call like discretionary trading. So it will be manually, looking at the charts, lining up things, support and resistance, trend lines, Fibonacci retracements and extensions and all that stuff. And so how I would normally start it off would be to look at, and this site has been around forever. We're going to pull it up right now. It is called Forex Factory. I'm sure many of you who trade FX know this one. God, this site has been around for over a decade for sure. Let me pull it up really quickly if I can find that window. There we go. So FX or forexfactory.com is where I normally start my day, and I still look at this this site to trade around my position. So just to make sure, like if there's some big news coming up, I'll make sure I pull my stop losses in, tighten them up a little bit, or take some profit before the news actually comes out, just to lock in some gains. So not sure if you guys heard of this site, but it's forexfactory.com. They actually in the last few years added like metals, energy, cryptocraft. That's newer stuff there. I'm not too familiar with that section, but really good site to check out. And if you look here, let me pull up this phone line really quickly too. If you look at the impact column there, it has like different colors here, and the red of course being most impact or most likely to have a lot of volatility on the trade. Let me start this line up. So yeah, so that's what I normally do. So today we're supposed to have something at like 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard, and I'll show you guys where I'm at in my trades here in a second too. Let me just pull up this chat, make sure I mute this. All right, so yeah, the number, I think you saw the number. If you let me see where it's at here. Yeah, the number is right there, 669-900-6833. use that code right there. Actually, let me put this code and the number in the chat room as well. I'll put that in the chat room. Bitcoin Ben, what's going on, man? I gotta link up with you, bro. So my chart here, first of all, right now as it currently stands, I trade 4 or 5 pairs that my algo is running on with FX. So as you can see, like the red areas is where I've turned bearish in my sentiment on the market on that particular pair. So I made it where it will color the background red. And that was this is the pound Aussie dollar here. This is a long trade. I actually exited out most of this position, unfortunately, around 1.9084 before this huge move up. But I mean, even from there, I took a lot of it off the table because simply I was up already 170 pips. This one actually is a very good pair too. This particular one works very well with my algo. It only trades about 17 times a month, but the trade accuracy is very high. So normally when you get a trade signal on this bad boy, it may take a while for the trade to, you know, close once you open it, because like I said, they usually on this pair right here, when you get a trend reversal, it moves for quite some time, days, normally days you're in a position. So let me see what the chat room is talking about really quickly. What's up, Blood? He says, thanks for all the info you put out there, no doubt. Patrick Drummond said, I'm down. Yeah, we got Bitcoin Ben in the house. Thanks for checking in, everybody. I'm just doing a little test runner tonight. I don't really have any I mean, there's news at 7:30, so in about 5 minutes there is news, and it is on the Aussie pairs. So if I get back over to my article, my screen with the website up there, you can see here 7:30 employment change. We got employment change and unemployment rate. So typically if those are above or below estimates, you're going to see some really high price action there on that particular pair. So any pair versus the Aussie, you may see some movement. Only pair right now, as I was talking about earlier, the only pair that I have that is versus the Aussie is the pound. So this pair right here, I've got versus Aussie. And you can see that lined up right there. It's a yellow dotted line that shows when the news comes out, as you can see right there. So that's coming out in about 2 minutes. So we'll check that out. Again, you guys can give me a call in if you would like. I think the number is on your screen right now. We can chat. If you have questions about FX trading period, really. Not just FX, trading period, we can definitely have that conversation. So give me a call when you guys get a chance. I know it's kind of last minute, but I wanted to just try to get one up for tonight. And in the future, what I'll probably do is have these live streams around various events, like trading events. Like for tomorrow, Thursday, we have at 7:45 a.m. we've got some stuff going on in the Eurozone. 11 a.m. we got some crude oil inventories coming up, so I'll definitely be looking out for my positions, whatever positions I have open at that particular time. And Friday is a busy day. We got a lot in the Eurozone. Pound has a flash manufacturing PMI and flash services PMI. Again, the ones I always look out for typically are the ones in red. They are high impact. expect it to be high impact. They don't always move the markets, but if you're looking for some volatility, you would definitely want to be around at those points for sure. Let me see here. So yeah, so let me talk about these algos really quickly. We have currently on the screen, as you can see, this is the pound versus Australian dollar, or Aussie. Call that the Aussie pound pair. And man, like I said, this pair, I wish I would have stayed in the trade all the way through, but I took like 90% of the trade off the table at this point for this particular one. Huge trade. So we're talking, as I stated earlier, I entered the position down there where you see the blue dot, and I got out around here, which is roughly 160 pips. So big. I normally don't get those types of trades in a week in one pair, on one pair. It's normally not that. That's a good trade. That's a really good trade. So if we take a look at the euro yen, I am still in this short position. It's been kind of moving sideways, to be honest with you, as you can see, for the last really 3 days, 2-3 days here. So still short there. And how I have my algo set up visually so I can see what's going on. This particular algo, which is I call the blood ATM algo, is a price-based algorithm. So it's all about price action. So it's not a type of algorithm that tries to be ahead of the market, right? It doesn't try to predict which way it's going to go. It flows with whichever way the markets want to move. So as you saw right here, I'm gonna zoom in. As you can see right here, I went long, right, and ended up just tanking. I don't even think there was any news at that point. But at the point where it gets to you can see that green line. When it crosses and closes there, that's when I shift to go short. So I have it drawn up like that. Let me see what the chat room, Bitcoin Ben just said something. He said, damn, man, you trade everything. You got your hands on all kinds of markets. Yeah, I do, man. Well, not really, just FX and crypto. And the crypto one really is, I don't even have to too much monitor that other than just making sure the trades go through on BitMEX, because those are automated. Now, these trades on the FX are not automated. So I got to set up to where it'll push an alert to my phone via TradingView. All right, I got to set up to where my algo, I have an alert in my algo to trigger, and you can see I think you can see the alerts here in the top right corner right here. These are my alerts, and this is my alert. Well, you can't see the log, it's cut off by my video, but yeah, these alerts push an alert to my phone, and then I'll just place the trade. I'll go in on my phone and just place the trade. So for this particular trade, with the euro yen, currently are up 26 pips, which is, that's not bad. 26 pips. Some people trade only up to about 30 pips because they put so much on the table as far as a lot size. I don't do that. I don't put a lot on the trades. So I look for more like 50, 60 pip trades for the most part, but again, I'll take some off the table to lock in some gains. You can do some trailing stops. People do that. I don't. I just manually take some of my position off the table. But ultimately, I let the algo tell me when to actually reverse course and go the opposite direction. So again, this is a trade from the 15th of January. Again, not much here. 20 pips there. If I scroll back some more, you'll see this one here. This is a big one. Again, I don't have I'm my patience. I can't wait this long. I take most of my profits off the table well before it moves out like this. I think in this trade, I took off most of the position at like 90 pips. It's around here. 121.59, somewhere around there. But you know, when you get a good trend with this market, man, you can make some really good money. You can make some really good money. Okay, so Patrick Drummond asked, what is a pip? So a pip is like the smallest change in that particular currency pair, right? So it's kind of weird because it varies as far as the decimal place, depending on which pair you're trading, right? Some pairs only go out 2 decimal places. Like for example, which one would be I think pound. Let's go to pound. Pound dollar. No, pound dollar doesn't. Trying to think. I don't have one that I trade currently that only goes out 2. I take that back. So the euro yen pair goes out 2, but they do like what's called like micro ticks. So it really goes out 3 decimal places to the right, but it's really 2. But they a few years ago, the FX market changed that. So that's one. So that would be a tick. So 1 tick up, 1 tick down, that would be 1 pip, right? That's 1 pip. And so if you're trading, depending on what you're trading, let me see if I can bring this up really quickly. I trade on Traders Way. FYI, tradersway.com. See if I can pull this up. One second, people. I don't have it. There we go. So here on Traders Way, I'm just going to give you an example of a pair. Let me see here. No, that's not it. I haven't really navigated their homepage in a long time. So you have various live accounts, right? So you can do variable, fixed, ECN. I'm on a variable. I do variable, and it varies the spread or the cost per trade. Let me see here. So what I was trying to show you, and I don't think I can do this right now. Let me see, markets. So there we go. We go to markets. Let me zoom this in so you guys can see this. I know it looks kind of small. So for example, the yen, which is the US versus the yen, Japanese yen, you'll see here I'm highlighting it. It says 109.724. So 1 pip would essentially be if it went from 109.715 to 109.712 or 72, not 712, 72. That would be 1 pip move up or down. Let's see what the chat room is saying. What's up, Christian McNair? What's good, man? Oh, you say you short US yen? All right, let me see. Let me look at yen really quickly. What Christian McNair, let me know what trading what broker do you use? So let's look at the euro yen really quickly though. me pull up euro. Well, the yen. I'm sorry, the yen. I don't have an algo ready for the yen pair. The one you see on the screen is it's my algo for euro yen, and it's just overlapping on the pound, on the euro, or on the yen dollar. So short, yeah, I mean that looks pretty good. I mean, if I were to take, I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna go ahead and hide all of this, so I can do some TA really quickly. But I mean, what I'm seeing here, just off the rip, nice trend line here. I'm not sure, because I trade on the 5-minute, Christian. I don't trade on the hour or anything. So if I go out to the hour, it'll give me a better assessment of what's going on. So wow, okay. So we had pretty much like a head and shoulders. You know, this is the shoulder. This will be a head, and then you can count this as the other shoulder. So that's a big bearish move to see that. In addition to that, we broke this area. So that's pretty crazy. Now, the only thing is you may have some resistance here. So if I were to draw, I'm just going to go ahead and draw a trend line, horizontal line, I should say, right there. So that's where you'll probably get some support. I would take some profit at this point. Not giving financial advice, but look how many times it got pushed up against there and couldn't make it. And if we scroll over, I saw one more as well, right here. So look at that, man. That's crazy. So this should be some area of support now, because the yen tried to break that area, which is 109.66, it looks like, and couldn't do it. So as I was explaining, look, it wicked right there at that point, bounced right off of there. So I would take some profit if I were you. But that's a good trade. Where did you get in, Christian? What's up, John Hill? Let me get back to the actually, what I could do is open a new window so I can have that open for him. Christian McNear, let me know what level you got in on that trade. That's a good trade though, but I would definitely be taking some profit if I were you. Euro yen. And pull out to the 1 hour. And I'm just gonna hide this, my algo. It's crazy. So in I've been programming in I used to program in MetaTrader for my algos back in the day, MT4, but honestly MT4 is not that great. And the reason why it's not that great is not because of like the software or the language or anything like that. It was more so because the data. So when you're making algos, you depend like solely on the data that you get to do your back testing on. And with MetaTrader, the data, man, that you will pull in to do your back testing, and they're what they call, it was called Expert Advisor. But that system they have in there to do back testing, the data was so inconsistent, you would get like your results will be totally different than if you were forward testing it, because the data wasn't consistent. There was a lot of gaps in the data, and so that made the algo behave way different than, you know, if it were trading live. So I was glad when I found TradingView, and I gotta give credit to crypto for finding TradingView, because I would have never found TradingView if I weren't you know, doing it for crypto and getting introduced to it that way. Let me see. I pulled up the wrong. I use Oanda for my pairs for building the algos. Okay, so Christian said he got in at 110.13. Let me see here. 110.13. Let's put a trend line or a horizontal line up at 110.13. Oops. Mm-hmm. 110.13. Let's put it right there. So that's pretty good, man. You got let me see here. You got about 43, 42 pips, which isn't bad. That's not dollar for dollar. I'm sure you know, with the euro, with the yen dollar, or just yen, I think it's like, I want to say 90 cents to a pip if you're trading a mini lot. And I think if you're trading a full lot, it would be $90, right? John Hill asks, do I trade options? I do not trade options. I do not trade options. Should get into it though. Very lucrative. And actually I could map my algos and kind of use my signals to trade options as well, option contracts. So I need to look into that. Let me know if you know any good Forex option brokers, because I don't. The only one I used to use, I take that back. I did trade options, but not your typical, what they call American options. I traded binary options on NADAX back in the day. Yeah, hit those like buttons, people. So let me just look through this chat really quickly. We got Dewan says, nice chart line, CB. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Trading the US 30, John Hill says. So you're trading the what is that, kind of like indexing the Dow Jones? John Hill, what brokers do you use? Let me know. So I will be bringing this these alerts to the public very soon. I just have to set up in Telegram. I got to set up a new room and then map my bot, map the API to that new room and get all that configured. I've been procrastinating, putting it off. So I plan on doing that in the next maybe week or two. So you guys could have that if you would like. So basically, you would get the alerts pushed to you via Telegram. Same alerts essentially, to either go long or short. Yeah. Let me see. Hit the likes. I try to make. Let's see. Yeah, trading Forex through Hugo's Way. Man, I heard Hugo's Way was suspect, John Hill. Back in the day. They've been around for a while, but I've heard some stories about Hugo's Way. I don't know. Let me know how long you've been over there. Let me get some callers in. I only have 20 people on right now, but if you guys want to call in, surely shoot me a call. Let me see. I'm gonna drop the number in the chat room right now, so you guys can give me a call. That's the number. And that is the code. So if I hit the I don't even think I have to hit refresh, but I'm gonna do it anyway just to see where we are today. So the Aussie unemployment rate came out slightly better than expected. It looks like actual forecast. Yeah, those are good numbers. Unemployment was lower than expected, which was 5.2. End up coming in at 5.1. So let's see if there was any action on the trading pairs with that one. Let's see. So I'm looking for my... Yep, we sure did. So we got... the Aussie British pound versus Aussie dollar got slammed. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and close the rest of this long that I had open. So I'm going to close that and prepare for a short position. Now, how I have it on this particular pair, and I'll maybe at one stream I'll go through how I develop algos, but let me just see something. So with this particular pair, I think I have a delay. I can look right now, actually. I have a delay of that's the wrong thing here. Let me look at this one. 1 second, people. I think I have a delay of 2 or 3 bars, so I won't get the signal to go short for another 2 or 3 bars. Actually, no, I'm incorrect on this one. I have not implemented the shift. I call it shift system on this particular pair, so I should be going short really soon here. Oh, I got the arrow right there. So I'm getting ready to go short here, people. Just give me a second. I'm going to place a trade on my app really quickly. And this is on the pound versus Aussie dollar. Yes, sir. So we went short there. And so essentially, I'm gonna pull this, scrunch this down a little bit. But I have it where, what I was talking about as far as trading view, it's crazy because I have to create 2 separate scripts. One script is, and I have it labeled the signal, which is essentially just the visual aspect of my algos. And you can see that now. So like with the background color and the arrows telling me when to go short and go long and all that stuff. That is the signal script. Unfortunately, and this is whack as hell, but unfortunately TradingView doesn't allow you to take your strategy script and sync it with alerts, with their alerts manager. I have no clue why not. So I have to create a separate script or piece of code called the signal, and that I can sync to the actual alerts section in TradingView. So that's how I have to do that, unfortunately, right now. See what you guys are talking about in the chat room. J. Ron Janice says FX choice denominates in US dollar, Bitcoin, ETH, and even gold. Okay, J. Ron says Hugo's Way never gave him any issues, so I can't say anything bad. I think they're a white label off of Trader's Way, but not sure. Oh, okay. They're a white label off of Trader's Way. Got you. Yeah, so with Trader's Way, I'm able to fund my account with, I can do a wire transfer. When I funded my account, I started trading on Trader's Way about 4 years ago. 3-4 years ago. And even back then, they accepted crypto. So I just funded my account back then with crypto and got started that way. So what I'm going to do now is put my stop loss in, as I have it indicated here at the top. I have a stop loss with that dot, those red dots you see right there at 1.9202. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my stop loss in now. That was a big drop, low key. I mean, you're talking about damn near 100 pips in like 5 minutes. That's crazy. That's a big move. Really big move there. So yeah, so I'll put my stop loss in. Give me a second. I'm gonna put that in right now. 192.03. All right, so we got that locked and loaded. I wish I could actually sync my account with TradingView, man. That would be great. That would be great. So Patrick Drummond said he's wondering, are Ethereum-based apps in any danger due to ETH code issues? Let me know. What code issues are they having? I didn't know of any new ones. Is there something new? I'm not sure. Let me know and I'll answer that question. Yeah, I'm not too sure. John Hill asks, how do you create an algo? Oh, man. A lot of trial and error, bro. But there is over the years, I figured out a way, and it's just kind of like, I guess it's something you can't even really teach. You just have to learn it. It's like a sixth sense when it comes to developing algos, as far as knowing which ones will pan out to be good algos and which ones won't. Just based off of really looking at. So at the bottom here, I'm gonna go full screen here so you can see this. At the bottom of the screen, you will see this window here. Okay, and this window essentially takes the algo that I have on the chart and goes back as many bars as it can. Okay, and on the 5 minute in TradingView, the furthest you can go back is about a month or so. So like this one goes back to December 2nd. So a little bit more than a month. So that it just runs the script. Whatever I've programmed, it runs it backwards and keeps track going forward as well. But that's how far back out it will go. It's about a month and a half. So essentially, you have to start to understand what these numbers mean, because they are very important. each of these numbers here, as you're developing your algo, each of these numbers mean something, and over time you'll learn, you know, what that means. And so really on a 5 minute, this is why I have to really, with my 5 minute algos, I have to take it easy as far as rolling these types of algos out to like the public because my window of tracking, or I guess you want to say back testing, is so limited. And a month and a half or 2 months is not a long time, right? So if I go out to the 1 hour, 4 hour, if I create algos on those timelines, it'll give me more data sets, more, I can go back years, right, with that. But you kind of give up something as well, at least on TradingView, because it's cloud-based. They only allow 5,000 bars on it, like, to be loaded within a window. So that means if I'm on a 1 minute, that's only 500 minutes worth of data, or 5,000 minutes worth of data I can do back testing and stuff on. So I normally, what I do is just keep track of when that window started and when it ends, and then I just export my progress so I can keep track of month to month how my algos are doing on the 5 minute. But what you want to do, I would say the most important aspect of an algo is the profit factor ratio. That is the most important factor. This little line I got, or number I have highlighted, 6.1. That number is the most important number when you're developing an algo. And the reason is because it's giving you the, almost like the win-loss ratio. Like for every trade you win, how many do you lose, and how much is, as far as dollar amount, are you losing per trade versus how much dollar amount you're winning per trade. And so that is the most critical one, but it's not the only one. Because it's not the only one, because if you have a profit factor of 11 and it only trades 2 times a month or once a month, then that really doesn't doesn't give you a good indication of if that really is a good profit factor, if that algo is really profitable. That doesn't tell you anything because you only had one trade. So the next trade could show that it's not a profitable strategy. Or if you go out 5-6 months, it could have just been that anomaly where that one trade was profitable, right? So it has to be in conjunction with the number of trades. That's what you have to look at. So in a month with this particular one, it traded 19 times, which isn't bad in 1 month. It's kind of a less active algo, but I'm fine with that when it comes to the pound Aussie. I'm fine with that. Now, to show you something that is even better and trades more actively, we can look at something like either the yen, my euro yen pair, which trades about 34 times in a month or so. If I go over here, almost 2 months. So that's not bad, as far as the frequency. It's a decent amount. And the profit factor is 2.9. So you want your profit factor to be honestly higher than 2. That's, to be honest goodness. You want any algo you're looking at, you want to see that profit factor higher than 2.0. And a decent amount of trades in that time frame, whatever that time frame is that algo trades on within. Percent profitable it's okay to know where we are with that, but it is not as important. I put it to you that way. It's not as important, and the reason why it's not as important is because I've developed systems in the past where profitability is 30, 33%, 35%. So meaning that almost two times out of three, I'm going to lose on that trade as far as profitability. Now, it doesn't mean how much. It just means that, you know, I'm going to probably lose more times than I win. But as long as the wins, you know, pretty much engulf all those losses, it's okay. And that's what I mean by you can't look at just profitability, percent profitable alone. You have to look at other aspects with it. So you can put into that, you can compare, you know, the profit factor, how many times it trades, and the percent profitable. You can look at that to kind of gauge, you know, how well this algo is actually running. Let me see what we got in the chat rooms here. Actually, I can bring the screen up so I can really see you guys. I'm not missing any chats. Okay, so let me just answer what Patrick Drummond was talking about. He said just roll back from Dow hack and new forks and upgrades all the time. You know, I think they'll be fine. I'm talking about Ethereum now. We're talking about crypto. I think they'll be fine. My concern with Ethereum is that they're going to be missing the boat as far as upgrades. You know, you've got other platforms like Tron, EOS, even Tezos. You know, they're moving forward and they're outpacing right now. So to see ETH having to, you know, go through a 2-year roadmap to upgrade, we know what 2 years is in cryptos. That's like a lifetime. You know, it's like 5-6 years in, you know, regular business cycles. So my concern is that they'll be too late. You know, they'll be too late in getting that upgrade. But I could be wrong. But I think Solidity, I would like, you know, I'm a fan of blockchains that use languages that already exist. You know, so that way you can get developers to adopt it faster. Your adoption rate from the development standpoint is going to be higher and faster. You know, something like with C+, you know, you can code with that in with EOS. And I think Tron as well. But I think Tron has or uses Solidity as well. You can port Solidity dApps over to EOS as well. But yeah, I think they'll be fine, but I don't know. I think the dApps will be fine, but as far as the adoption, I'm not too sure. Let's see who else is in this chat room. Squeaky G, what's good, man? He said to make good algos, you need time, hours in, and experience with whatever you are trading. Yeah, that's true. That's definitely true. But I would say the most important aspect is understanding statistical probabilities. And if you understand that and are able to read the results from your algo in the right way, then you'll set your expectations correctly and you'll know, because the markets change, the behaviors of the markets change. So adjustments may be necessary, but again, you have to understand it's hindsight. Hindsight is 20/20. So when you're trading forward or in a live account, even if you go through a losing streak with your algos, it may not be anything wrong with your algo. You have to wait a decent amount of time to build up data to show that the environment has changed. Therefore, you got to tweak your algos a little bit. Another thing is, this is one other thing I want to advise. Even when you're discretionarily trading, you want to trade more than one pair. When you trade more than one pair, it smooths out your risk, right? So you want to make sure you trade more than one pair, more than two pairs, to be honest with you. And you have to know which pairs kind of negatively correlate or correlate together as well. So you don't want to be too overly exposed, because you could be trading euro dollar, right? And be trading Swiss dollar. Well, the euro dollar and Swiss dollar are perfectly inverted. I'm sure most of you guys know that who trade trade FX. Like if I bring up euro, dollar, I don't have anything trading euro right now, and I don't trade the Swiss either. But if I do, if I can add, I think I can add another pair. I haven't done that in a while. Let me see. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm gonna do what's the Swiss what is Swiss pair? I can't remember. Is it CHF? CHF? Yeah, it is. So it's USD CHF. There we go. So I have, well, it's not working properly right now, but the orange line is the Swiss dollar. And you can see it's pretty much almost a perfect inversion or inverted price of the euro dollar. That pair is known to be that way, right? So you don't want to trade those two pairs because you're basically trading the same thing. If you want to trade the Swiss, trade it against another currency pair like the Aussie or pound or something like that. So I'll to finish up your question about I think John Hill asked that about creating an algo. I'll do a video and we'll go through. I'll create an algo on the fly. I'll just create one on the fly, and maybe if it's, well, I don't know, that would probably be like a 2-hour stream. I don't have a problem doing that, but it may be a pretty long live stream to create something on the fly. But maybe I'll do that. And if it's a good algo, if I can get it done in 2 hours or so, I'll give it away to someone who's watching. How about that? Let me see these chat rooms really quickly, guys. Christian McNear said, do I trade advanced patterns? Help me out on what advanced patterns are. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Like, you mean like Elliott waves and those types of things? J. Ron Janis says, that's why pound pairs are the only pairs I trade in FX now, because the volume and movement is so high that they move well in any session, NY, London, and Asian. Man, pound pairs are my favorite pairs. Just FYI. And if let me see if I can and my favorite pair is the pound yen, baby. That pound yen moves. That pound yen moves. I want to try to bring up, let me see if I can do it this way really quickly. Give me 1 second, ladies and gents. So if I do CVIX, I don't know if I can chart CVIX here. CVIX futures. Nope, I won't be able to chart that. But if we look at the CVIX, which is a currency VIX, just like the stock market VIX, they have a currency VIX. Let me try to pull it up here. CVIX. That's not it. Give me 1 second, people. Okay. Well, I can't find the CVIX right now, but the CVIX is at all-time low, meaning, it's volatility in this game is very low, right now. And you're right, pound is still one of the most active ones. Back in the day though, man, you're talking about swings on a regular basis of 100 pips for no reason. And if there was news that came out, you're talking about 150, 200 pip moves within minutes. It used to be absolutely insane. But that's why a lot of people left FX, because they couldn't get that type of volatility. And in the United States, they dropped the leverage. The max leverage in a United States based broker is 50-1. So, you know, it kind of made a lot of people either leave or go overseas to other broker houses, or, you know, get into crypto. Let me see if I can catch up with some of these chats here, people. Let's see. El Gooch said, any guidelines you can give with taker or maker fees, one better than the other? Well, maker fees are definitely going to be better than taker, because you're putting your order out there and letting the market hit. So then, you know, you either pay no fees or they actually credit you for that. So I don't really deal with that though. My trades are all market order trades, because I'm not trading for 5-minute time frame, like looking to get out in 5 minutes or something like that. My algos are swing trading algos. Let's see who else we got. J-Ron is saying, I agree, Christian. Although I'm not building algos, I was modifying a volume profile indicator and looking inside other coders' scripts allowed me to learn a lot. That's good. That's a good idea. Yep. With this China coronavirus going around, the best transactions is Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. You don't have to go to the banks. That's true. That's definitely true. That's definitely true. So let's take a look at this. I'm gonna get back and see what's going on with my my pair. Where are we? Okay, so this is the trade I just entered. Pound Aussie went short, so we just keep monitoring that one. Still in this euro yen trade, so that's looking good. That pretty much moved on the Aussie news, actually. It's about 50 pips there. And I am still in this pound trade as well. Still long in this pound trade, but I did, unfortunately, as I told you guys, I closed out of my pound Aussie trade way too early. Way too early. I took off like 90% of the trade right here, which is, you know, you can't get it all though. That's another thing, ladies and gents. You will not be able to get all the money. It won't happen. You'll be chasing a dream. So I was able to lock in 160 pips though, and it moved up even some more. But I'm fine with that. We're gonna try to get some money on the downside now. To what I want to show you though, and I just noticed this as I was cycling through my pound yen trade. This is one where I have it on a shift. I added basically a delay in making the trades. So I did I added 2 more variables into my code, and I'll show you the code really quickly. But I added 2 variables called shift long and shift short. So playing around with those, and this is one trick you can do too with your algos. If you have the source code to the algo, you can do this. You can shift your entry points. Sometimes that helps. you'll be surprised how much that helps your profitability. So for example, if I go back to prior to my shift, I still have that on here. Let me see. That's not it. It's this one. So prior to adding the shift variable to my code, my profitability in this period, it was higher at one point prior to this window that we can see right now. Profitability is 1.7. It was hovering around like 2, 1.9, 2, somewhere around there. 55 trades, so a lot of trades within a month and a half or so. But my max drawdown was not that bad either, only $75. So what max drawdown means is that at any given point, let's say you enter trading the sequence at the worst time, like at the peak, well, your drawdown from peak to trough the max was $73. So that's if your timing was the worst and you got in at like one of the biggest losing streaks. That was the highest you would lose on. And I got to keep this in perspective for you guys. I think this is set at 5. Yeah, this is at 5 minis. So this is not, I trade half a lot. I trade a half a lot. So but yeah, so that's where, so when I added, this is my same strategy. This is my same strategy. All I did was add in a variable to shift when I enter after I got the sell signal or after I got the buy signal. You know, after we went long or after we went short, you know, I have it where the background will change. So I added a delay in there. Okay. And it drastically picked up the profitability. And I'll show you guys. So right now, as you can see here, profitability is 2.65, 52 trades. So the trades dropped a couple, but that profitability jumped up heavily. So let me show you really quickly my code. Give you a sneak peek. I'm gonna do it from here. Oh, you guys can't even see my the chart. I didn't realize that. So I'm sorry. Let me just show you guys really quickly the difference because you couldn't see it. So you should be able to see it now. Let me just make sure. Yeah, you guys can see it now. So what I was trying to show you guys was that before I added the shift variable to my long and shorts, my profitability is 1.75 in this window. Normally it's a little higher than that, but it'll fluctuate. That's why you can't just base it on what you see in that particular window frame, that time view. You have to just track it and monitor it. It will fluctuate. It'll go up. You'll get periods where you'll hit a lot of good trades, but that won't be representative of the algo altogether. It may just be that particular time frame when you're very, very profitable. That's why you want to try to get your profitability, that profit factor, up as high as possible with a decent amount of trades, because you'll have to realize that it will fluctuate. But anyway, so this is without the shift. This is without the shift or the delay in trading. As you can see right now, it would have gone long right now or short right now without the shift or delay. I just called it shift. I don't know, but the delay, it would have gone long right there. But what I found when adding the shift variable in there, it increases my profitability by a lot, by one whole factor. 2.65. The trades dropped 3, so it was 52 trades instead of 55, but still, a decent amount of trades there. So let me show you guys the code for that. That's not it. There it is. All right, so essentially what I did, I'm just gonna bring this up a little bit. I don't know if you guys can even see the text. Can you see the text? Let me know in the chat room if you can see the text. I don't know if that's too small. Someone let me know if you guys can see that code or not. El Gooch asked, are you going to get Reggie Middleton on for an interview? Any insight as to who will be on your show in the near future? Malik Howard said it's blurry. Darn it. I thought it looked blurry too. I wonder why. I'm not sure why it's so blurry. Well, I can't show you guys. I wonder, can I increase the font or something here? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not sure why I can't, why it's so blurry. I thought it looked blurry too from my preview screen, but I wasn't sure. Well, anyhow, yeah, so the delay works wonders. I implemented the delay with my euro yen. I did that, and as you see, with the delay, 2.97 profit factor, 34 trades, very good there. And without it, it was 1.7 in this particular, window where we are right now, going back a month and some change. So it really increases the profitability with this particular strategy that I'm deploying. And I did it as well for the pound dollar. I did it for pound yen, but I haven't done it for euro pound or pound Aussie, because those, without the delay. Well, actually, hold on. I did do it for euro pound, it looks like. Yeah, I did for euro pound as well. But I didn't do it for pound Aussie. Did not do it for that. Profitability is already high as hell, 6.1. Probably won't be able to get any higher than that, to be honest with you. So, El Gooch, to answer your question, bro, I don't know. I didn't plan on having Reggie on because I know he can't really talk about anything, to be honest with you. He still can't talk about a lot of that stuff. He's in the middle of trying to relaunch his new platform, which won't be using the very token, though. He pretty much made that explicit the other night. I saw a post he put in there in the very room. He said, if you guys are looking to use a new platform, XYZ, you'll be able to fund it with these currencies, these fiat currencies, these cryptos, XYZ. And I think some of his other Very tokens or whatever, but not Very, the original Very token he won't be using. So, yeah, I don't know how much he can talk about, bro, to be honest with you. Don't know how much he is willing to talk about or what he can talk about, to be honest with you. Reggie didn't run. Oh man, they're gonna catch. They gonna catch a brother. They gonna catch a brother, man. They gonna catch a brother. Running is not an option. They are gonna catch a brother. Yeah, they I wouldn't say the amount of money they fined him it seemed to be in proportion to what he raised. So I don't think they fined him unfairly, but what I do find issue with is how the community treated Reggie after the fact. After the SEC came out, they put the warnings and stuff on CoinMarketCap. Like, you didn't do that for any other crypto. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't see it, but I did not see anything on any other crypto that was being investigated or whatever by the SEC. I didn't see any warning signs and stuff like that. I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. And then how some people in the crypto community kind of threw shade at him in particular. It was weird. It's pretty weird. But I don't know. I don't know if what he did was true or not. He didn't admit fault or guilt or anything. So we'll never know. We'll never know. Right, Hooli. Hooli said, "Black man run." Oh man, nah, you don't want to run. You end up like you know the movie. Ricky, Bobby, get shot in the back. So I'm just waiting on. I'm waiting to go short on this pound yen here. I got a shift of I think 40 bars. So it'll be a minute. It'll be a minute before I actually go short. Even though we have the signal, the sentiment changed. It's now red. We're gonna wait. Let me just double check and see what the shift is on this. Yeah, we got 43 bars. No, I'm sorry, 7 bars for short. Only 7 bars. So, not too long. About an hour. Half an hour. Some change, like 40 minutes. So we'll be going short on pound yen in a little while here, people. Yeah, McAfee did run. That's very true. McAfee ran, and on top of McAfee running, the nigga ran for president too while on the run. Who does that? Who does that, man? Who runs for president while on the run? And then told the IRS that he ain't paying nothing. Like, I don't understand, man. I don't understand how this guy gets away with it. Somebody help me out. Somebody help me understand how this guy gets away with it. Yeah, Hooli, man, I'm going to be doing this more often, definitely. Probably around, like, leading up to major news. Like, I mean, I may do it tomorrow. There's some major news coming. I'm going to pull over back to Forex Factory and show you guys. There's some major news coming out tomorrow. I know most of my people are like in the United States. I usually trade. I'm up in the morning. So I'm up. Man, I stay up late, man. Like, I'm up. I stay up to like 3 o'clock in the morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. So I'm normally trading anyway. And then I got to get up in the morning to take my daughter to school at 8 a.m. So I'll be up around then as well. But the next day where I've got some major news and things will be kind of lit will be Friday. Friday is going to be pretty active. Friday we got at 3:15. We got some stuff coming on the Eurozone. All the way through the Eurozone is going to be hella active. So, I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm sure you guys are going to be asleep. That's the thing. Like, a lot of times I mostly trade the Japanese or Asian to Euro zone. That's kind of what I normally trade. Or, just stay up and watch. if you guys like it, definitely. And again, in the future, you can call in. I'll try to work on getting the it's interesting, getting the blurriness fixed. I don't know why it's doing that, so I'll have to take a look into that, see if I can fix that for you guys so you can see this code. And actually, maybe again, like I said, next time we do it, I'll do a algo from scratch for you guys. Cook up something from scratch. JJ said, how is he not caught yet? Only one answer. Money, in my opinion. McAfee is one of the richest in crypto. He just don't flaunt it like the rest do. Dude has bodyguards. Enough said. I don't know, man. I don't know if he's... I can't count anybody else's pockets but my own, right? That's number one. But I don't know. I can't even say. Can't say he's not the richest or he is or whatever. In crypto, it's really hard to know. You know? So, I don't know. I can't even answer you on that one, bro. Good question, Hooli. He said, do you find trading FX better than trading cryptos? Yay and nay. It's a double-edged. So yes, in the fact or in the sense of it's better because it's more consistent as far as price action. So you know you're gonna get price action 9 times out of 10, you know, around those zones. So when the US zone opens at 8, it's popping. You know, leading up into 8 a.m. in the US, it's popping. It's gonna be popping from 8 to like 3:30, 4 o'clock, right? Then it'll die down, and then you'll start getting more activity for the Asian zone. The Asia zone usually kicks off around 8 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock, but you don't really get the real volume until like 11-ish. 10, 11-ish. And then the Eurozone starts around 2 or 3 o'clock. Trade that all the way through up until 8 o'clock again. Start it all over again, you know? So it's just more, like Christian said, it's more predictable. Definitely more predictable. So in that regard, I do like FX way better. Less manipulate. Oh, the pricing. Oh man, the commission, much better. They rape you in Bitcoin. They rape you, and so you need those large swings to make money. But many times, like earlier this year, when 2019 started, guys, it's not earlier this year; it's a new year already. But in 2019, from January to July, it was dead flat. I was losing money left and right on my algos in crypto. Couldn't make any money. I had to adjust my algos. Ended up creating a new algo to kind of, and this is what you see from even on the FX side is what I'm using. The same idea, the same overall strategy. I had to tweak some of the parameters and stuff and change a few things, but the overall strategy is the same that I'm using in FX that I'm also using in crypto. But I deployed a new strategy in the wake of that terrible lack of price action we had in 2019. You know, from January to July, it wiped out like 70% of my gains. So it was not a fun time. We wouldn't have that in FX. Like FX volume may be low at times and periods, but you're gonna get some price action. It's not just gonna go flat like crypto did, and we don't know, that could come back. That's the thing with crypto. You always run the risk of having a dead year or a dead 6 months where there's nothing going on. So that's what I say about that, man. But yeah, that's it on that one. Let's see who else I got in here. John Hill said, did you see Trayvon James on with Richard Hart? When did this happen? I thought Trayvon Trayvon James was done with Hex. I have to go check that out. I'm sure that was entertaining. I'm sure that was very entertaining. So let me see here. We got a trade coming up, people. Pound yen. Let me get back over to the chart. You guys are more than welcome to call in if you would like. But as you see, what I have, so with the alerts or the signal script, I have a arrow that will appear when it's ready to go short. Now it won't activate until the close of this bar. So in about 1.5 minutes, it will activate the next trade, and then we'll be going short on pound yen. Dude, Vincent, shut up, bro. Trayvon made Hex 2 on Tron. Get the hell out of here, bro. I can't take this stuff, man. That's just crazy. That is crazy. Yeah, unfortunately, man, when you have like those types of characters joining, and you can't stop anyone from participating in a particular project, right? But when I saw Trayvon and Craig Grant, or whatever his name is, when I saw them circling the block in that Hex, I'm like, I can't do it. I can't do it. Cannot do it. So we're gonna be going short here in about 15 seconds. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. All right, so let me place this trade real quick, people. So pound yen. And we got a stop loss of 144.59. All right. Yeah, Trayvon James, man. Hey, they get views though. People like that stuff, man. It's crazy. Buddy, I'm trading on TradingView. So I build my algos in PineScript. I'm trading on TradingView. It's I like TradingView much better than MT4. Oh my god, like, as far as back testing, much more reliable with this data. And right now I am currently have my algos running on euro, yen, pound yen, euro, pound, and pound Aussie at the moment. That's enough for me right now to keep track of, because I'm doing this manually. I don't have it hooked up to any to my brokerage account, but I plan on, when this is available, I'm going to actually go over to, and I'm going to pull this up for you guys. They actually reached out to me. I sponsored them on my channel for about a month and some change. Prime XBT. I am going to move my funds over here. I'm gonna move my account over to Prime XBT, at least a little bit, to test it out, right? I'm gonna move it over here because they're going to have the ability for me to link everything through webhooks. I'll be able to, link through webhooks, and I can do that now in TradingView, and I can control my account from there. So that's going to be great because they allow FX pairs as well. You can trade FX, you can trade commodities, stock indices, all on one platform. So that's dope. So I'll be moving some funds over there to test that out when that's ready. Yeah, man. Tell them to hit that thumbs up, people. Hit that thumbs up. So John Hill said pound yen. What question mark? What does that mean? I'm not sure. Vincent, that's so true, bro. He said Trayvon gets views the same reason car wrecks do. Yeah, same reason. You're right, man. I used to watch a lot of. I was for a minute on YouTube, bro. I would watch those Russian car crash videos, dash cam videos. Oh man, those are addictive. Yeah, I use them. Yeah, you can use them in the U.S. They don't do any geo blocking, no IP blocking. I have an account with them now. I just have never funded it. I had to create an account for when sponsor. They came on as a sponsor. I created an account. But yeah, man, it's legit. They're pretty good. Pretty good. As far as I see, right? As far as I know. But I've heard of Prime XBT for about a year or so. I just never looked into it until they actually reached out to me to do a sponsorship for them. So let me move this up a little bit. There we go. One broker. Never use one broker. Never use one broker. I used to use before Traders Way. I used what was the name? IG Markets. I used to use IG Markets. I don't know if you guys remember IG. And then IG got bought out by Nadex. And then Nadex kind of like dropped the whole FX spot pair situation back when the CFTC really clamped down on the industry. At that point, you could do 100, 200x, 200 to 1 leverage. But the CFTC had some rule changes that really affected U.S. citizens, right? So it required that the max that you could leverage was 50 to 1. So I think at that point, Nadex left the U.S. They still kept the options arm of it here, because I don't know if you guys remember, IG Markets actually was the first to have binary options and bull spreads. When Nadex bought them, they kind of took over that, and then they dropped the spot market. Nadex did. So Nadex is only options now. So Yeah, let me see. So yeah, if you guys don't have any more questions, it's about an hour and a half now. Just wanted to kind of get my feet wet with the first episode. If you have ideas on how you want this live stream to run in the future, please let me know so that I can tailor that for you guys. Buddy says, and that's all legit in the US. Oh, that's what he already said that. He said, cool, that geo blocking is really irritating. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. So the thing is, in FX is different. So in FX, you can have, like, as a United States citizen, you can go to a brokerage house that's not under the purview of the CFTC. But the issue is, if you have any issue, you won't be protected. There's no recourse. You know, there's no way you can get your funds back and stuff. So you just gotta be careful with that. I don't keep a lot of money in these trading accounts anyway. I trade it and move it out. Trade it, move it out. I have a set amount that I always keep in there, and when I double it, I move it out. Double it, move it out. But yes, I will. I'm gonna be working. I promise in the next 2 weeks, I'll be working on having everything set up for my TradingView alerts to pipe through to Telegram, and I'll have a special room for people who want to get these alerts for the 5 pairs that I have here. And I'll continue to work on more at some point, but I'll start with these 5 that I have. And you'll also get, in addition to that, you'll get alerts for crypto. So on the crypto side, I have Bitcoin versus the dollar and Ethereum versus the dollar. Those are the only 2 pairs I have configured for the algo over there. Those you'll be able to just get alerts for as well, just like the FX side. So I'll have that ready. Well, that room is already available for people who have signed up on my website to have their account traded automatically through BitMEX. But you'll just be added to that room, so at least you see the trades for that. And I'll be creating a separate room that you'll have access to for the FX as well. So just really quickly to let you guys know, if you do want to sign up for that, you can do that you can simply join as a member. You can join the Trader Gang, and you have access to those 5 pairs on the FX side and the 2 pairs on the crypto side. So we're talking about 7 pairs altogether. You'll get alerts for, and the charts too. So you'll have a chart where you'll be able to, you know, see where things are, see where the stop losses are and all that stuff, and you'll get an alert in Telegram for that. So it's definitely helpful. It's very helpful. I don't even do any more trend. Like, you can do trends and set up your resistance and trend lines and all that stuff. You can do all of that for your exits, so that you'll know where at least to take some profit off the table. Because normally, of course, my algo doesn't know where a support or trend line is, right? Or resistance area is. So it's good to possibly set those types of things up on the chart so you can take some profit off the table. But it just makes it much more easier for you. You don't have to be second guessing yourself and stuff like that when you're trading these markets. So check that out under the join button on my YouTube channel. And the Trader Gang section is the membership level you'll need to sign up for that. And with the Trader Gang, you get all of the other perks from all the other membership levels as well. All right. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys don't have any more questions, that is. Let me just get back to this view, see if you guys got any more questions out there. All right. So yeah, thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. And as you see, Let's just check on these two last trades that we placed tonight while you guys were on. Yep, so we went short on pound Aussie. Just remember that. Keep that in your mind. At 1.9128. And we also went short pound yen at 144.06. All right, ladies and gents, thanks for checking in with me tonight. Make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll check you guys out later. Holla!
Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Okay. Ready?
Fucking thing sucks. We'll do it live.
Okay.